Nowadays, when I think of anime, I think of shows like Dragon Ball Super and Jujutsu Kaisen, which have scenes with crazy shiny colors, with cool transformations, and epic fight scenes. So when I'm told that there's an anime from 1996 that I should watch and I see horrible and old-looking animation from it, it turns me off a little bit. And to be honest, many people probably feel the same way as I do. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about why modern remakes are very important for animes and their communities nowadays, and how it would help the series, the show, and its publicity. Now, quickly before I actually hop into the real topic for the video, there are two things I'd like to apologize for. Number one, I'd like to apologize for the mic quality. I know I said about a month and a half ago now that I would get a better mic, and I tried, and it didn't really happen, so I'm still trying to work on that. And the second thing I'd like to apologize for is that this video isn't coming out when I was supposed to, because it was supposed to come out last night, and it didn't. My editing software has actually been having a lot of issues lately, and I'm trying to figure it out. So this is a re-recording. So once again, I'm sorry for this video not coming out sooner, and I hope you guys can understand. Now, back to the actual topic for this video. Now, one of the more recent animes I finished is Hunter x Hunter, and it's actually pretty funny because it just came back on Netflix, and I'm rewatching the Chimera Ant arc. But I started rewatching that last night because it came back to Netflix, and it's funny that I'm using it as an example for this video. But Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, whatever you guys want to say, because you guys are really annoying about it. I really enjoyed the show, and I recommend it to anyone who's looking for a new watch. But did anyone know that this version of Hunter x Hunter is actually a remake of this 1999 version? Now, I bet you a lot of people actually didn't know that. Now, the version that most people have watched is the 2011 version, but they probably didn't even know that the 1999 version was a thing. This is because people promote and always talk about the 2011 version because of the renewed animation, the flashy fight scenes, but no one really promotes the 1999 version. Now, I personally watched a bunch of old Hunter x Hunter scenes, and I've seen that the redone versions of the scenes were better, at least in my opinion, because back when I finished the first arc of Hunter x Hunter, I actually went to watch the first arc of 1999 Hunter x Hunter, which I'm pretty sure was the same, but maybe it wasn't the same, but I made sure to watch the exact same arc, and I enjoyed the 2011 one, because nowadays when I look for a good show, I look for good animation, and like I said before, that's why a lot of people like Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer has an actual story. A lot of people say it's carried by the animation, but I like the story from Demon Slayer. But Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer have really good animation. That's what makes them really public and really big nowadays. So this one show, Hunter x Hunter, is example enough to prove my point. But what makes a modern remake important? Well, not really important. What makes it necessary at this point for an old anime to be watched and to have new people be fans of the show nowadays, rather than just the old fans from when the show actually aired? Now, it is very important because, like I said, people look for flashy colors and greatly animated moments in anime, and a great example of a show like this is Jujutsu Kaisen, which is actually about to have their first movie, I think December 2020, so that's something to look forward to. But anime from the 1900s and early 2000s don't really have that, and I will tell you that personally, I wanted to watch a show called Inuyasha. I heard it was amazing. I mean, the first time that I heard of it, I heard about it from Rhyme Style in his videos, because he talks about Inuyasha pretty often, not all the time, but pretty often, and he's always saying how he enjoyed it. Now, I tried watching the first episode, and when I watched it, I honestly thought it was a new gen anime. I hadn't seen any posters for it. I thought that it was a new gen anime and it was an old gen, so I gave the first episode a shot. I didn't really like the bad animation, so I probably will end up rewatching it, but I just didn't want to watch it because I wasn't sure if the animation would turn me off and I wouldn't enjoy the entire show because of it. But that is just me. But if a modern remake was announced, I definitely would watch it in a heartbeat. But it's not to say that the story is bad, because I haven't gone that far into it. I only watched one episode, but I was afraid that if I didn't really like the animation, I might not like the story, because to me those two things have to go hand in hand, and yeah, it just wasn't gonna work out. Now, something else to point out is that if a show gets remade, the fanbase from the original show would also watch it, and at this point, they probably have kids. If the show is from the 1990s and the 2000s, the older fans probably have kids, and they probably would have already exposed their kids to the shows if they were that attached to the shows. And a good example of a series that fits this mold would be Dragon Ball. Now, a lot of people may be wondering why Dragon Ball would be helped by a modern remake, but think about it. Dragon Ball Super is technically not a remake, but it's a modern continuation of the show. And Dragon Ball Super's last arc from the anime, which was the Tournament of Power, grabbed a lot of people because of the animation. But believe it or not, most Dragon Ball fans have not watched the original Dragon Ball because of the animation. So if it were to get a modern readaptation, people would actually watch original Dragon Ball, which, to be honest, if you haven't watched it and you're a Dragon Ball fan, even if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, you should go watch the original Dragon Ball, because if you haven't seen it, well, to be honest, you're missing out. It has a great story, and the animation isn't even that bad. It's actually pretty good animation in my opinion, but people haven't watched it, and a lot of Dragon Ball fans started at Super. I'm gonna be honest, I started at Super, but then I went back and I watched everything, and I 100% do not regret watching the original Dragon Ball. Now, one really important part to this whole remake concept is that the animation must be perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean perfect for that show. If modern day anime had horrible animation, it would get horrible reviews. And on that topic, let's use Seven Deadly Sins as an example for this. The animation for that show was so bad to the point where a lot of the viewers stopped watching, and I was one of those people. I stopped watching Seven Deadly Sins. The animation was so bad I couldn't watch it. Escanor versus Meliodas was not as good as it should have. And to give an idea of how bad the animation was, I'll put some examples on the screen right now. And as you guys see, the animation was pretty bad, as I continue to say. So if people stop watching a new gen anime because of horrible animation, imagine what would happen if an old anime got a revamp and then somehow managed to have horrible animation. That would be very bad, because people would be looking forward to, if it's a modern remake, they're going to be expecting modern animation, perfect modern animation, because I mean that's the whole point of the remake. If the animation isn't going to be good, you might as well just go and rewatch the older version. But it's a modern remake, and that would be very bad, and would turn off so many new and older viewers, and a lot of people would get upset over it. So it needs to have perfect animation, or else it probably wouldn't really work. So to sum it up, yes, modern remakes for anime are very important. This is because many older animes aren't watched and aren't really publicized because of animation reasons. So a modern remake would give an amazing story and even better animation that people would love to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, I'm sorry for the mic quality and the video not coming out sooner. If you have any other anime related topics that you want me to cover on the channel, please comment it down below. Don't forget to like, and yeah, this is the mayor, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.